Ahoy, everyone. I'm having some technical issues. Not with the computer for once, with my power supply. So I got to go outside and see why the generator shut off. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'll try to get back in here in just a couple minutes. Try not to spill my coffee. Whew. So I'm here. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. It might have been the gas cap has a vent, and it may have had that in the wrong position. This is only the third time that I've started it, and I only ran it for, you know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Now it's been running for probably 10, and then it quit. It might have also been the CO2 detector. It has its own, carbon monoxide detector built in. So if you have the exhaust pointing at a wall and it comes back, or if you got the exhaust pointing upwind, the wind can blow it and cause that CO2 detector to go off. I just learned that in the last, 5 minutes quick reading the manual for troubleshooting. Yeah, my hair isn't sticking out. Let me write that down. We're at 30%. 30% at 5 minutes after 6. And we're bringing in 372 watts. And we're only using 56 watts. That includes the Verizon booster, which uses about 20, surprisingly. And then the laptop, which also uses about 15 to 20, just depends. And I've got a light on. I don't know how many watts that uses. But I'm certainly bringing in more than I'm using. I'm bringing in 300 watts easily. And I think by the time I have to shut this battery off, the generator, which I think quiet time is 10 o'clock. I'll have to double check. It's not very noisy, but I can hear it. Now, when it revved up a while ago, I could definitely hear it. Of course, I was in the bathroom. Go figure. Yeah, got to power up the flux capacitor. This one's the red one. This has two. So yeah, it's been an interesting day. I worked 8 till 4, and I during that time during a break period, I did fire up a propane heater, and that's been a blessing because it is uh, about 40 outside right now, and it's going to go down into it's going to go below freezing. So according to the weather report, it's going to be like 32 tonight, and I have to be up at 3 a.m. to go to work. No, I'm not going to run the heater all night long. I'm just dressed for it. Uh, Already up 31% on the battery. I need, okay, let me back up. Let me finish actually what I started. um, what did I say? Good one, Jim. Uh, I do have an answer to that, but I got to think of it. It's elementary, my dear Watson. Um, Anyways, when I get up in the morning, I'll fire up a propane heater. Now, I do not have a lot of propane, but I do have tomorrow afternoon off, so I can go get propane. Yeah, I have to break camp, but that's okay. The Lord will take care of it for me. He'll figure out a way. The other possibility is drill the hole in the diesel tank. I've got 3/4 of a tank of diesel, and hook up the diesel heater. I've been threatening to do that anyways. So I've got, a couple sources of heat. Actually, I have a third source of heat besides my fat BTUs. Blowing snow, my God. I'm glad I'm out of there. Kyle, welcome aboard. There's Troy. And Mark, welcome aboard. I haven't been scrolling. And Linda, I see you. Uh, anyway, what was my blabbering? What was I blabbering about? Oh, the battery for my work day today. I went 8 hours. Where's my notes? I mean, I used it yesterday, right? I started at like 93%, and that was Monday. And I started at 3 a.m. And I ran it. Okay, so when I quit yesterday, it was at 64%. So what is that? About 35% of the battery capacity. So I guesstimated, and I was correct. I worked 8 hours today. I had started out at 64%, and I ended at 31%. So we did good. And that was just running the computer and the Verizon booster. Now I'm actually running a light off the generator. No, excuse me, off the battery. I have a light plugged into the battery. And so far, so good. Let me double check. I don't feel any warm spots. Oh, everything is cool as a cucumber. Here was the thing. Somewhere at Kyle's, probably in the garage, maybe in the van, is the actual 120 adapter that plugs into the battery to charge it from a wall outlet. Couldn't find it before I left. I thought, well, maybe it's in the bus. I tore the bus apart the last couple days and no, didn't find it. So guess what? Turns out, I adapted. I made an adapter. Come to find out that it was for 12 volt solar, as a matter of fact. Couldn't use it. The configuration, if you glance at it, it looks the same, but the configuration for the 120 input is different. So I'm looking at it, it's a figure 8 style, whereas the DC is like a little house, looks like a house, 2-story house with 2 pins. But the AC is just figure 8 with two female for the plug, and it's male into the battery. Well, lo and behold, I thought, well, maybe, and sure enough, the cord that powers the karaoke machine, same cord. I'm golden. I am going to either, hopefully Kyle will run into it. I got to ask Kyle a big favor and send him some money. It sounds like Papa Smurf is going to buy the van, so I got to remember to cancel the insurance. Probably try to do that tomorrow. Save at least a week's insurance. And then I didn't bother to renew the plate. It expires tomorrow. It'll be all right. I don't think anybody's going to drive into Kyle's yard and say, hey, if they do, well, we'll figure it out. So the van's got to be cleaned out. Who knows, maybe we'll find that cord in the process. I know there's a toolbox in there. Who knows, maybe it found its way into that toolbox, although I kind of doubt it. But I do know that toolbox has got some stuff that I'd like to have someday. Maybe April, March, not March. I don't think I'll be there in March. April is a possibility, but more likely Memorial Day is when I'll get back up there. But supposedly Papa Smurf is going to hand somebody some money in January, and then the van's his. The title should be a couple hours of digging. Yeah, a couple hours. 5 feet? No, 4.5. Most of it is lift this, put it over here. Lift that, put it over there. Actually, I can walk all the way straight back now. Of course, I'm sitting still. When it comes time to move camp to the next campgrounds, I'll have to put all that stuff back on the floor for right now. Eventually, all the cabinets and all the drawers and everything, that'll get done slowly. I've been hoping for warm weather to be more ambitious and not wanting to sleep all day and all night, and to be able to get some of those things done. I came to Florida where it would be warm. Nah. It's cold, but hopefully it's only going to last for 2 or 3 days. All of your appliances in the caravan run on electric or gas. Yep. Solar batteries, inverter. Yep. I'm approaching that point. I mean, I don't mind paying for electricity at a campground. Well, the campground I'm at right now does not have electricity. And could I find a campground that does have electricity? No. Everything is booked solid. I was extremely lucky. God bless me with giving me this site, and I've really enjoyed it. It is a nice campground. The showers are clean, and the hot water, I couldn't ask for more. It's great. And the people, my God, the people are friendly. Yeah, I'm just loving it. There's Papa Smurf. Welcome aboard. We were just talking about you. Got throw some money at Kyle so he can clean out the van. They'll have to shovel through probably 10 feet of snow to get to it, but yeah, it's possible that that Verizon box is in there. And I'm pretty sure it's in the box. It's a gray box. Um, with this in it. Can you tell how big it is? Roughly 10 inches tall, 6 by 6 cube, almost a cube. Anyway, it should be in a same color box that says Verizon on it. That'll, if I can get that, my sister or somebody to turn that in. I only have one other person that's on my Verizon account, and I know that she won't be anywhere around your area. So maybe my sister could do it, or maybe you can do it, Kyle. I'll figure something out. 'Tis the season to be in Florida. Yeah, if you like lizards falling out of trees. I've not witnessed that yet, but only got a couple inches of snow. Wow. There's Kelly. She's back. I had something else I wanted to do tonight, but I don't know if I'll get to it. We could try. I don't have the propane heater running right now, so I can start to feel it cooling off. But by the time we're done here, I'll be packing it up and going to bed because 3 a.m. still comes early. I don't know why, but it does. Haven't returned the batteries. Well, hopefully, what's his name? Jim? No, that's not his name. But you know the guy, and you've got the receipt. I'm sure if it's past 90 days, which it probably is, he'll still honor it. That's your money. Beware of falling lizards. Yeah. Now, I still haven't seen an alligator, but I understand that when it gets cold like this, they go into hibernation, especially the males. I learned that from my friend that lives down in Bradenton. I don't know if I'm going to get to see him or not. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that far south in Florida this trip. Yeah, just not sure. I don't mind the meander. As long as I got a place to park, I'm good. I did spend one night, believe it or not, at a Cracker Barrel. Went fine. Didn't have any problems. I mean, they got designated parking. So it all worked out good. Dave said we shouldn't be good yet. Oh, Dave, that's his name. Thank you. All right, Kelly's moving next week. Well, I'm praying that the weather, at least doesn't dump on you anymore. And maybe the wind, because trying to move in a damn snowstorm, that's not my idea of fun. But I know you're anxious to move, so that'll be good. Are the kiddies excited? Let's see if I can find this. Oh, goodness. Uh, maybe it will work. Yeah, I seen where you said in the chat that you froze to death going to the store. That's not good. Can you hear that? Gotta love it. It's not very loud. Maybe I should. I ain't gonna do it tonight, but maybe next time I'll hook up a speaker so we can hear it over the damn generator running. Let's see where we're at now. Look at the display. Up to 39% already. And it hasn't stalled, so chances are it was that vent on the gas cap or the CO2 monitor was shutting it off. I have a feeling it was the vent. I'm not used to it yet, and you can't. I have to maybe do a little mark on it to where it says which way to open, close it. It's kind of funky. I don't know what's on there. It's playing a movie or something. Tuesday or not, burn tits and willies. There we go. I'm trying to think if I heard any decent jokes or indecent jokes in the last few days. I actually don't think I have. There was a funny thing. Yeah, I'm just horsing around. There was a funny thing. I was reading the menu this was last Sunday morning. Yeah, Sunday morning. Yeah, it was Sunday morning. I was reading the menu at the Cracker Barrel. And there was a meal that you could get eggs and steak and eggs, however you want to say it. Or for the same price, you could get chicken, country fried chicken, and eggs and hash browns, whatever. And so, but I'm looking at the menu and it said chicken fried chicken. So I'm thinking that it meant to say, okay, here's the steak, but here's the chicken, and the chicken is fried chicken. But the way I read it, and the waitress thought I was losing my mind, I had a visualization of chickens frying chickens, which is kind of creepy, but funny at the same time. Tina's here. Welcome aboard. Yeah, fried chicken. I thought that was weird. I think I figured out everything. Everything is running the way it's supposed to for the time being. It's jumped to 41%. You will definitely be fully charged by the time 9 o'clock rolls around. I can shut the generator off. Then I can check to see, I filled the tank, so I'll be able to see how many gallons per hour that it uses. Well, I had some fried chicken, but I don't know if it was fried by a chicken. I mean, I have no idea who fried it. A cook, I would assume. And maybe he was a chicken, kind of scared of his own shadow kind of person. But, it could have been a female chef. Of course, we never know. It could have been, didn't have to be chefed because it was probably pre-fried and warmed up in the microwave. Then they throw some gravy on it. There you go. It was really good. I will say that. And the weird, funny thing is, I wasn't even planning on having chicken for breakfast, but I did, and it was okay. I don't think I've done that in a while. George Ann is here. Welcome aboard. I don't know. That's what the menu said. Chicken, fried chicken. So what would you think? What if it said possum, period, fried possum? Would that be a possum frying possum? I mean, they could have said chicken, human fried chicken. In other words, a human fried the chicken. Who cares? It was good. I may get it again someday. There's Sonia with a J. Welcome aboard. And Troy. Welcome aboard. Nancy's here. Excellent. This is great. We got 15 on board already that we know of. And I'm sure I missed saying hello to a couple people because I did not scroll because I was busy with the crazy generator. Possum double fried. Did you see that one short? I don't know if it was on Facebook, which would be a reel. I've learned that. Or on, I don't know what it was on. But there was a group of possums. Now, I don't think this was AI, but there was several possums at the end of a walkway, and they're kind of real wary of the guy that's walking up. But they're just kind of standing there looking. And all of a sudden he jumps like that, and all of them jumped up in the air and laid down, played dead. It was like 8 or 9 of them. They jumped, laid down, played dead. It was so cute. They couldn't run away because they were kind of like cornered a little bit. And I don't know if they were tame. There's people that keep possums as domestic pets. I wouldn't, but you've been here. I didn't see you, Sonia. I know Jim has been here, but I didn't see you. 30-day membership on Sonia's channel. Congratulations. See, I'm good for something. Now people are giving away subscriptions to other people's channel using my channel to do it, which is fine by me. I don't mind. I am subscribed exactly to one channel, and it's like $3 a month, and I don't really miss it. But what if I had 10 subscriptions? Will that be $30 a month? I'd miss that. So I decided a long time ago that I wasn't going to join, the what do they call it? Patreon? I don't know. Whatever it is, join the channel for X amount. You can be a private, you could be a lieutenant, you could be a corporal, you could be a general. I mean, you could spend more than $2 a month. I thought, it kind of scares me because it comes out of your PayPal or your bank account automatically. No, I'm not ready for that yet. Am I going to offer memberships to my channel? Well, of course not, because if I'm not joining somebody else's channel with a membership, why would I expect them to come to my channel with a membership? So I'll leave it alone. Works for me. Oh, yeah, that's right, Linda. You had the flu. Possums have 13 nipples. Thank you, Nancy. Where would we be without Nancy with her plethora of knowledge? Now I can sleep well tonight, knowing that possums have 13 nipples. That's good to know. She won it on Monday night. Okay, cool. Yeah, membership and Patreons. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I'm not likely to do either one or both. I'm just grateful that people are here. I'm blessed. I've been blessed all along. God is good. And all my friends, my family, my friends, and they're indistinguishable. My friends are my family, period. Hops and barley stock. There you go. In other words, you've joined your own membership club. So support Support your local pub. Hey, small businesses have to survive. So, if you're a drinker, why not support your local pub and be grateful for that neighborhood pub that you don't have to drive to? That's part of the problem with the United States, where people, they like to imbibe, they like to sit at the bar and have a few drinks with their friends. But sometimes, I did it. Hello, you know, you drink too much. Now you got to drive. Well, you better not. Better not. And again, I learned my lesson the hard way. I thought I was smarter than the average bear. No, I wasn't. I was an asshole. Sounded like somebody tapped on my window. I don't see anything. Anyway, in the United Kingdom, and I think in other countries in Europe, there's a pub every few blocks, and there's no excuse to drive to one when you can walk to one. And you can probably even crawl home. Oh, hello, Christian. Welcome aboard. Okay, Kelly. Rob's Beer Fund. There you go. Yep, I hear you. I hear you, Mark. That's exactly where I'm at. We've got a grand, fantastic community, both here in the ridiculous, sometimes United States, but we've got all of our friends across the water. The Madman Across the Water. That was a song by Elton John, or maybe it was definitely an album name. I don't know if it was a song. Yeah, I think there was. Madman Across the Water. Yeah. So we've got definitely got Rob and we got Mark. Mad Men Across the Water. Yeah, walk there and stumble home. What do you call an alien with three balls? Okay. What's the answer, Nancy? An extra testicle. I somewhere, and it's probably at Kyle's in a box, but I have one of those uh, solar dancers, uh, and it has wings, like angel wings or butterfly wings on it, and it has three tits. It's strange, but I know what caused it. It's actually a manufacturing error, a mistake in the molding. Somehow, a little bit of plastic didn't extrude, it stayed with the mold when the mold was pulled. Right in that spot, in in between the normal boobs, if you want to call it that. So yeah, it's got three boobs, and that's why I call that one. See, you knew my dolls and my craziness. They all have names. Well, that one is Alien Gypsy. Extra. Oh, Hitch has got 7 pubs within a 2-minute walk. That's convenient. Now, do the pubs have themes? We have in the United States we have themed bars. You know, okay, we have sports bars. There's a lot of those, but I mean, certain ones are, you know, like there's buffalo wings. Well, guess what they specialize in? I've not seen a buffalo with wings, but I suppose it's possible. And then they, of course, have sports and stuff like that. And then there's uh, it's the Irish pubs. We got a couple of those. Well, I don't know if there's any around here, but in Grand Rapids, there was two different Irish themed pubs. Uh, uh, Different bars, pubs, if you will, have their own theme. The Cottage Bar, which is the oldest bar in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tina knows; she's been there. Um, the their theme is kind of cottage. I mean, it's like you go in there and it's just kind of like you feel at home. The walls are knotty pine. There's lots of pictures. And, you know, it's kind of cozy, if you will. Batter with a good eye. Good one, Jim. New inappropriate words and expressions. You're doing good, Rob. The trouser snake or the twig and berries. Can we just go one line without mentioning giant sky winkies, toadgers, wedding tackle, the third leg, or turgid members? Not on this channel. Won't happen. Why? Well, for one, there's me. But I really don't instigate too much. But then, we've got Mark, and then we have Nancy, and we have Sonia. If we're not south when we first go on the air, we will be by about 10 minutes. It's unavoidable. And, a while, what was it, 2 years ago, we set aside Tuesday nights. We let it fly. You know, children should not be here unless their parents say, oh, go ahead. And we do get a few. But in light of it all, none of us could stop with the risque jokes, even on Wednesdays or Saturdays. So the heck with it. Just have fun. Oh, and by someone you mean Mark. I love it. He works as a pole dancer in 3 of them. Hey, you got to make an extra, what is it, quid? I don't know. I can't remember. I know pounds are like dollars. And sterling is like what? Mathematical extrapolation of pounds. I've heard pound sterling. Well, what does that mean? That's a pound that's sterling is better than a pound that's not? I don't. Kelly probably knows. She's a numismatic kind of person. If it's Irish themed, genuine Irish, or anything along those lines, it's the exact opposite. Probably getting a good fight. I've been to a couple Irish bars. There's usually a fight. I'm serious. They say that Irish like to fight. Well, you know what? I think they're probably that's not made up. It's true. Call me after the live stream. I can try to do that. Where's my notes? Ouch. Ouch. Call referee. Oh, and thanks, Jeff. I'm actually been convinced to make a new rule. If your phone rings during my live stream, there's only one person that I'll answer. After cause issues? Quid. Quid is correct. Okay. After the live stream. No, 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 Kyle. No, 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 no. Like I said, I'll accept one call from one, well, I'll accept many calls from only one person. But it's not Timmy. It's not Jeffrey. There. Yep. Jeff knows the rules. And thank you. And if Timmy's listening, hopefully he'll catch on. Oh, I don't know. Last I knew, I got pain. Rib cage. Ouch. That's probably gas. Anyways, when did I talk to Holly? Last week sometime. She said she was busy playing euchre with somebody. She goes to the senior center once or twice a week and plays euchre. Then she's got a friend that lives in a different apartment building, but on the same property, if you will. That she goes and watches TV with him. Uh, you know, they have supper together and stuff like that. They're friends. I don't. Well, I hope they're more than friends. How about that? She deserves a good friend. Ivan, welcome aboard. Far too quiet. I was thinking of Holly the other day. It flashed in my head when you and her were diving off the diving board there at your dad's place. That's a nice place that your parents have. Definitely was refreshing that day. What was it, 90 something? We all went swimming at your dad's. That was very refreshing. Dang, I got it. It's like a cramp, right under my heart. Maybe it's a fart that hasn't gotten loose yet. I had a day of those. I don't know why. It might have been the coffee. Maybe too much coffee. No, she's not cheating, Papa Smurf. There was no relationship, never has, and never will. That's just the way it is. We're friends, that's it. It's just like everyone, maybe I know some people pick on Holly and some people actually don't care for her. And that's okay. I'm sure there's people out there that don't like me either, and that's fine. Okay. I'll like who I like, and there's not very many that I don't like. There's a few that I kind of like, I should stand back a little. But for the most part, we all bleed red. We've all been put on this earth by our maker, and we're here for some damn reason. Some of us don't know what it is. But my mom used to say it, and I say it once in a while too. It takes all kinds of people to make up this world. And you know what else? They're all here. The pool opens Memorial Weekend. Oh, it's got propane heat right now. That's cool. So do we chip the ice out and go swimming now? The polar plunge? Friendship and community remind us that we don't have to have it all figured out. There's strength in shared stories, shared support, and simply being there for one another. 100%, Mark. That is really what it's all about, And all right, so I know chapter verse for one verse in the New Testament, which is John 3:16. I also know there's another verse that is my favorite, but I can't tell you chapter and verse, or book even, book, chapter, verse. But I know that Jesus said, do unto others, then split. No, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I'm pretty sure it's in Mark. I think it's in the 4th chapter of Mark, but I could be wrong. Touch my root beer, and you'll learn all sorts of things about being thrown into a blender. Root beer reminds me of the Smothers Brothers. Who's here old enough to remember the Smothers Brothers? Raise your hands. Virtually. You can virtually raise your hand and chat. 712. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Is that also the book that, or the chapter that's known as the Sermon on the Mount? I don't know. He can't get rid of Sonia no matter how hard he tries. There you go. That's a good thing. So yeah, do unto others as you would have done unto you. The plate that's going to be coming off, it already has come off. I'm sure Kyle put it in the barn somewhere, saved it for me. But that Arizona plate was one of the optional plates that you can get, and the bottom of the plate, it's Arizona, and then the bottom said the golden rule. Well, the golden rule is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't always live by it, but I try. Yeah, I'm sure I don't try hard enough, and I'm not bragging. I'm far from, I'm imperfect. But it's a goal to strive for. And I think it's an absolutely good goal. Before they do unto you. Okay. Sermon on the Mount is in Matthew 5-7. Okay. So it precedes the 7:12 where he said, do unto others. Okay. Is that also known as a platitude? I'm not a theologian, or let's put it this way, I haven't been to that many Bible studies. Most of what I remember about the Bible was back when I was preteen. So thank you, Ron. It's glad to have somebody that knows a little bit of theology, or at least biblical references. I do remember that, though. There was a poster back in the 60s and 70s that said, do unto others, then split. It was all in good fun. Maybe there was people that took that serious, but I never did. I thought it was funny. Well, I should check the. We've only got 10 minutes left. Suzy is on tonight. I did. I texted Kobe, and he is not coming on tonight. We're up to 56%. So I could turn the generator off now and know that I would have enough battery power to do my job from 3 to noon tomorrow. Bringing peace to all. Yep, I like that. What you got? Oh, I get you. You got to study on the regular. So to interpret that, it means that you quite a lot. You studied the Bible because of your godfather. That's cool. You know, I think coming from a God-fearing family isn't a good attribute. Many, and there's been lots of stories and there's been lots of things that happen where, you know, somebody could have a minister for a father, and guess what? In their teen years, they rebel. But that's also written in the Bible that that's probably going to happen with teenagers. That's always the way it's been. There you go. That's super, Tina. And I know you do. Your actions speak louder than words. For sure. Where's Timmy? So all we have to do is go Bible, Bible, Bible. And then Timmy appears. I did hear from the pastor. Was it Pastor Mike? Yeah, Pastor Mike texted me. And I don't remember what it was about. I'm sorry. And the reason Timmy called me yesterday, he was all excited because the church now has their own YouTube channel. So he was blah, 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 bending my ear about that. And I missed too many minutes of watching Tina's live stream because of it. Oh, wow. Nobody's going to hate you, Mark. That's not how we're made. You know, somebody you might want to look up is Neil deGrasse. Neil deGrasse. He is considered to be an atheist, but he says, hang on a minute. People call other people atheists if they don't believe the same way that they do. So I think to call somebody an atheist is maybe falling short. You know, we love you, Mark. Fair and plain and simple. And the only thing I'll throw at you is John 3:16. There you go. Woody's here. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I will watch the replay, probably tonight. Because it takes 24 hours for the chat to appear. You should do more live streams, Tina. That's what Linda says, too. You know, maybe you don't need the hours, but that's how I got my hours, and that's how I'm maintaining my hours. And yeah, should I go back and monetize the live streams? Because I can. You know, The only reason I didn't monetize the live streams in the last few months is that people were irritated that there'd be an ad pop up during the live stream. I said, I don't want to irritate people in my live stream. Now, I could go to YouTube right after this is over with and change it to monetized. And so then whoever in the world, nobody does, but whoever in the world might watch a replay of this live stream might see an ad. You know what? I don't care. It'd have to be an amazing, I mean beyond amazing live stream to where I'd think, okay, people are going to rewatch this. Not. See, Troy wants more live streams too. It gives us all a chance to let our hair down. Okay, Rob, that's cool. I I'm not judge. I'm not going to. Here, turn off the middle roll. Yeah, maybe they've changed something, but I was under the understanding that you were going to automatically get a middle roll if you monetize it from the very beginning. I could be wrong. I probably am. Yeah, that's true, Nomadic. That's what I do. But the live streams that I have watched, let's see, we've got Tina's live stream, uh, Kobe's done a few live streams, Sonia. I don't recall seeing any ads in any of those live streams. Suzy, I don't see ads on her live streams. So I don't think it's an issue for most of the people that I hang with, anyways. Did I tell you that Kobe's not doing anything in between myself and Suzy comes on at 8 um, Eastern with trivia. I know her schedule was different last week, but now this week she's back to, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays for doing the trivia at 8 o'clock. Mid roll, yeah. Yeah, and welcome aboard. Guess what? Where did this time go to? All right, it's been 2 hours. The Generac battery is at 61%. So after 1 hour, 61. So we've gained 30% in 1 hour. So if I leave it run for another hour, hour and a half, it will be at 100%. And I bet I haven't used a half gallon of fuel. That's just a guess. Don't know, but supposedly this generator is very economical. So, but by the time Suzy comes on, I'll probably turn it off, put it away, lock things up, and go to sleep. I'll fall asleep watching a replay of Tina's live stream. That's how it will happen. I've done that before. All right. Nancy had the only joke tonight. All right. Now, as far as Wednesday, Nope, ain't happening. Uh, Saturday, nope, ain't happening. Maybe in two weeks when I get to a kind of a kind of accustomed to how this is rolling. I had 1 week there where I'd stay 2 days and then travel. Then I'd stay 2 days and travel. I drove all day long on Christmas. Uh, I do not have New Year's off. I have to work. So I won't be driving on New Year's. Now, Friday, maybe. Well, no, not this Friday. Saturday, yes. Saturday and Sunday, I will probably be driving. Again, that depends on where there's an available campsite. But now that I've got things geared up where I have power, I have heat, I may have to go buy some gasoline and I may have to go fill the propane tanks. Okay, I can do that Saturday. I'm sure Tractor Supply, at least they do up north. I can check, do some calling, find out where to get propane. Gasoline, I don't know. Oh, can find a place to get gas, can you? And who knows? I might get a wild hair and get that diesel generator up and running too. So then, I've got backups. So, and I have some challenges. I have some good challenges, but I'm also knowing that they'll all come together the way it does for me. What's that Sinatra song? I did it my way. All right. Let's see what I missed. How does Moses make his tea? He brews it. Oh, good one. Good one, Nancy. You only judge Sonia, but that due to a long-standing contractual agreement with the People's Republic of New Jersey. Good one. A checkbox you can uncheck. Okay. I put it in after the fact. All right. Thanks, Sonia. I'll try to remember that. Maybe do that next week. So, yeah, you will. I made a commitment that I'm definitely doing Tuesdays. Come hell or high water, I'm going to do Tuesdays. Just lots of stupidity. The good one, Rob. Oh, Rebecca's here. Mindy's here. Getting ready to sign off, Mindy. I enjoy your posts on Facebook, by the way. So, I'm glad you came in, Mindy. You made my day. I am ready to sign off. I need to make some supper. I thought I was going to get to that in between getting off work and before I went live, but no, I got to messing around with cords and the generator. Generator was easy. But yeah, the cord, yeah, I made a cord. And then come to find out, no, that won't work. But in the long run, it'll work for something. Or I can always undo it and put it back. Because when I cut off the plug that was on there, I saved it. And I saved enough length of the cord that I can made it back together. Put it back the way it was. So, what could go wrong? Yes. All right, Linda, Mark, everybody. Thank you all for coming aboard. And yes, thank you, Nancy, for reminding me. Happy New Year. And Tina told me. Yes, she did. Time changes hard. Lots of love. Okay, Mindy. All right, with that, I've said it 5 times now, but it's time to go. Thank you all for coming aboard. And I do sincerely wish you have a happy New Year. Remember, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Thank you for coming aboard. Fair winds and smiles. You can do it. Yeah, you can find something to smile about. I know you can. All right, good night, and may God bless.